Hello everybody, PsyStarcraft here, and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary. I'm going to be casting a game that I also played on my stream. That's pretty much all I cast nowadays, so if you watch the stream and you're looking for something new in my YouTube videos, you might not get it. However, you will get like more analysis, and you might see some things that you missed during the stream. But I just try to stream all my 1v1 games, that's the reason why. But we have a match on... God, I'm so bad with maps! Tal'Daram Altar? Yeah, that's the one. Tal'Daram Altar, vilePsY in the top left, representing vilegaming.com, versus Lamp in the bottom right, a Grandmaster Terran player, in the bottom left, or bottom right, as the blue Terran. If you missed my stream, I stream several weekdays starting around 11 a.m. PST. You can find it on twitch.tv/PsyStarcraft. If you want to be notified of my stream, twitter.com/PsyStarcraft, facebook.com/PsyStarcraft. All the information in the description. This is what I use to fill time while nothing is happening in the game. Now, the cool thing about Tal'Daram Altar is, especially in cross positions, it's so good for Zerg. The only downside for Zerg, I'd say, is this natural is extremely exposed to tanks. They can just set up tanks out here. But as long as you play right and you have enough forces to prevent any kind of tank setup like this, you should be able to negate that. And you should be able to take a good... Oh, let me turn on the music. There we go. You should be able to take a good lead in the early game. And just make sure to bust down these rocks so you can take a third expansion. Expand away from your opponent. Here, here, here. Those are all great spots to expand. And a Terran, they really have to rely on drops, in my opinion, to succeed on this map. So we are saying a fast expansion, something I vowed to never go again because too many 2-Raxes, too many cannon rushes have foiled me in the past. But, you know, I'm a stubborn bastard, so I'm just going to 15 hatch anyway. And the cool thing about this is he has not scouted me yet, and I haven't scouted him yet, but that's kind of good because it means he could be cross-position, and of course in just a moment here I will find out that he is cross-position. Pool is on the way. Don't want to get too many drones before my pool. It looks like I trained up to about 16, or maybe just 15 before I got that pool. And there's the SCV. He's going to see my base. The Overlord, of course, will be watching out for any bunkers or any aggression. And it looks like Lamp actually went gas first, and that's what's allowing him to get his factory and his tech lab right away. So he went gas and then barracks, and now he's throwing down his factory after his barracks completes. Of course, my drone has seen this, and the thing about doing this kind of strategy as Lamp is it's very revealing. It tells me almost exactly what he's going to do. He's either going to swap this factory onto the barracks and get Blue Flame Hellions. That's very likely. Or he's going to go for Reaper and then Hellions. And actually this game, I predicted it on my stream that he would go Reaper, Hellion, dual harass. So I was completely prepared for it, and you'll see exactly how I prepare for it. And stealing this gas, not a bad idea. If he's going to go at such a gas-heavy build, opening with the Reapers and possibly some more tech from this factory, I'm just going to steal the geyser and prevent him from getting too much stuff, you know. Oh, round drone, what are you doing? No! Oh, and I wanted to go back and steal that gas, but it just didn't happen. And down goes the Roach Warren. You can see I placed it before I even saw that Reaper. Now, he is actually getting Reaper speed, so that's really strange. I've never really seen this opening. I don't know if it's worth to get Reaper speed. He only has one Reaper and one Hellion right now. But let's see how this dual harass works. What he wants to do is jump the Reaper up here into my main while using the Hellions in my natural to try to roast some drones there. But you can see one Roach is already on the way. He's rallying his Reaper and his Hellion to the watchtower. I guess he wants a couple more before he moves out. Now he's actually getting a Marine. So this is just going to be a 2 Reaper, 2 Hellion harass. How many roaches do I have right now? I only have 1 roach, but I have 2 more on the way. Actually, yep, 2 more roaches on the way. So I should be able to prevent this as long as I spread my units well. I don't lose too many drones with these Hellions because I can't kill these Hellions right away. But I just have to make sure not to lose any drones to them. I see those 2 Hellions. He might be trying to bait my roaches out. I'm not sure. In they come. Oh, and it looks like they might be able to toast a couple of drones, but one of them goes down almost instantly. These Reapers get into the main. 2 kills on that Reaper. That was the drone earlier, so they've actually only killed 1 drone right now. I don't know if those Hellions killed anything at all. We'll check in just a moment. And these Reapers are going to hide away with that speed. They're able to run away from these roaches just fine, and they will run away to fight another day. And you can see Lamp expanding in his natural. No need to lift it off, and no need to build it in your main and lift it off. This map is so huge. He's really safe just building it at the expansion location right away. And he actually gets another kill with those Reapers. Almost gets a third. Oh, no, he does not double back to try to get that third. But a couple roaches picking or cutting that Reaper off, and he looks like he might actually get away. Yes, he does. That speed is crazy, man. But notice the position of this Overlord. I kind of realized from the start that he might try this double-pronged attack with the Hellions and Reapers, so I actually had a Queen right here, and she was able to get a couple stabs off on this Reaper. So if we look at workers killed, he has killed 4 workers, one of which was down here, so I lost 3 workers in that attack, but I was only forced to train 5 roaches. That's probably a couple too many. So I was forced to train 5 roaches, and I think I made 2 lings this game. So I'm not doing too bad as far as that go. I feel like I defended a successful harass due to a good read. I was able to see, you know, he's not swapping the factory onto the barracks tech lab. So it's probably going to be Reaper Hellion, and the quick roaches dealt with that just fine. Evolution chamber going down, trying to narrow the choke for any Reapers or Hellions that come in the future. Normally you would not want to narrow your choke as a Zerg player, but against Terran, when you know Hellions are out in the field, when you know Reapers are around, you do want to narrow your choke. It makes it a lot easier to defend against them. So that's what I chose to do this game. Harvest count, we're now looking at 42 versus 32. I'm always an advocate for using your idle units. Unfortunately, I don't do it a whole lot. I really need to get these roaches over here to kill these rocks. If we check out what lamp's doing, looks like he's transitioning into just standard tank marine. He's getting his siege mode. He's got his 3 rags. He's probably going to start his combat shields pretty soon. Looks like he already has stim up. And I'm just continuing to pump the drones. I've got 8 drones. I've got a Spire. I've got a Baneling Nest on the way. Doing everything I need to defend against any attack he might send at me. I tried Infestors. I tried Destiny style. I don't like it. I feel like if a player is good, if they're solid, if they have plenty of detection and stuff like that, that the Destiny style just isn't as good. The map control of Mutalisks is insane. And also, Infestors just aren't good at defending against drops. Yes, once the drop lands and the Infestors get to the drop, you can just use a couple fungals to take it out, but by then the damage has been done, and Infestors are very slow. It's hard to react to drops in time and send them where they need to be. And actually, he has the tower scouted. I tried to send in the Overlord to scout, but he sees it coming and takes it out, so that was a big waste of money right there. You gotta be careful with those Overseers, man. They cost a lot of money, yo. So the Harvest count now 57 to 44. Now, given the number of drones he did not kill with that early harass, these rocks should have been broken down, and I should have taken my third much sooner than 10 minutes and 30 seconds. We can see he's moving out right now, and look at this changeling. I actually got a changeling off. This is the most scouting a changeling has ever done for me, and what you want to do with the changeling is just follow one of his units. See, it looks exactly like one of his Marines. He can't really tell. So that's pretty damn awesome that I can see exactly where his army is from this changeling. It's going to allow me to get what banelings I need, what mutas I need, and hopefully clean up this attack. Now, my muta count is low, partially because I had to train about 6 roaches, and now because I'm getting some banelings. So unfortunately, in defending this attack, I won't have a whole lot of mutas, but I'm pretty confident that I will defend against it. Only 2 tanks to try to clean up the banelings, and I've got plenty of zerglings on the way. This third hatchery is now going down a little late, so you can see my minerals. It should have gone down much sooner. And come the banelings, they don't have speed yet. The mutas and the lings are actually going to be able to kill the tanks quite easily. Banelings getting shot down very fast by those marines, though, so I don't know. This is pretty close. And some nice micro by Lamp pulling those back. 4 roaches running away from these marines. He doesn't want to stim again just to pick off 4 roaches. So not a bad engagement by Lamp. I feel like I should have waited for my baneling speed or tried to get a better positioning. More lings and roaches trying to mop this up. Is it going to happen? It looks like it might. But Lamp, he's still got a couple marines. No, it does not happen. Lings now rallied, finishing off these marines. So successfully defending against the first attack from a Terran, the first harass, and the first attack from a Terran. Has to leave a Zerg player feeling good. Harvest count now 55 to 52. But Lamp, he's no slouch, man. He's prepared to take a 3rd base almost as soon as I'm taking my 3rd. So I need to start macroing up like crazy, getting my tech, and just doing whatever I need to do to pull ahead economically and tech-wise, because I don't really need a lot of units right now. I just beat one of his attacks, and there we go. There's 10 drones. There's that infestation pit, and I'd love to see a 4th base going down immediately. One thing I do is I don't expand fast enough, and I don't expand enough, so I really need to work on that. 3rd base almost ready for Lamp. This 3rd from me is ready. I need to get those geysers right away. And once I get a hefty Mutalisk count, I can start harassing, but I think I lost every single Mutalisk in that battle, so I'm only at 2 right now. Now I'm at 3, so I'm just at 26 lings, 3 mutas, 4 roaches. He's got just a large tank marine army as usual. I'm doing some scouting with my lings, gonna try to see if he's taking any extra bases. I want to scout this eventually. Yeah, I still haven't seen that, but it just hasn't happened so far. Now 63 to 64, so Lamp doing a great mixture of aggression with his units and producing SCVs. Still no fourth base. That's unbelievable. I have so much money and I'm not getting a fourth base when Zerg relies so heavily on gas. So I don't know about that. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was afraid he might attack or something. So I'm making a lot of mutas, not making too many drones right now. I guess I'm afraid of some kind of aggression from him. I do have how many? 6 mutas for some harassment. We check out Harvester, still 69 to 68. Let's see if I can change that at all. Might be able to take out this refinery, but Lamp sending in a small battalion to tune something. A murder of Marines, scaring off those mutalisks, and we can see I'm upgrading decent. I've got some upgrades on my Zerglings. I've got an upgrade on my excuse me, on my Spire. Don't have any pathogen glands or lair yet, and still, where's that fourth base? I don't understand. I've been floating about 900 to 1,000 minerals this entire game, yet I still don't have a fourth base when I have nothing else to spend those minerals on. It's really weird. I don't know what my thought process was this game. I had just finished a bunch of 2s games with Husky, so maybe I was in the 2v2 mindset. He's actually loaded a bunch of Marines with medevac on accident. I was able to pick off 2 tanks there, so that was a very nice pickup. And it looks like that was enough tanks to scare him off. He's not going to be going for any kind of attack. He's just going to kind of go for a drop, it looks like, unless that was an accident too. Yes, it was an accident. Lamp, the notorious medevac loader, accidental medevac loader. Still no fourth base. There's the fourth base. Where's the fifth base? I need a fifth base. I need a sixth base. I need to send those minerals, spend those minerals. I've got 70 drones and no bases. I am, however, making a lot of overlords. That's one way to spend your minerals. So the harvest count of 70 to 76. So Lamp looking good economically. I could be much higher than 70. I just haven't balanced my drones and my expansions with my units very well. So the hive is on the way. I've got a good number of mutas with +1, 17 mutas, taking out that marine. Oh my gosh, and 4 more mutas, 21 mutas. They're going to easily take down this pistol turret. 2 ghosts and 3 marines, extremely vulnerable. I'm actually going to kill 2 of the ghosts, and the reason we're saying ghosts from Lamp is because he is assuming I'll be at hive tech soon, and hive tech usually means infestors, broodlords, and ultras. Of course, infestors are lair tech, but you know, ghosts are good for all of them, so it doesn't matter, just get the ghosts. And I was actually able to kill a couple SCVs. He's down up to 72. There goes a few more, and need to get out of there. Those marines are deadly. I do not like fighting marines with mutas. Very nice upgrades from Lamp. 2 marines, that is just insane. There we go, now we're seeing 8 more drones. Are we seeing a greater spire yet? The hive is finished. You'd think I'd be getting a greater spire. Ooh, that's tricky. Throwing down an ultralisk cavern during the scan, and then canceling it, and getting a greater spire. Now, I want to see if that actually worked. I was trying to trick him. It was really obvious that I was trying to trick him, but I want to actually see if it does. Let's look at his point of view. He knows he scanned me. Is he going to look at the scan? No, he does not. So I tried so hard to trick him into thinking I was getting an Ultra's Cavern, but he didn't even look at the location he scanned after the initial scan, I'm assuming. So he probably just saw the hive and assumed Broodlords. But, you know, he's getting Ghosts. Ghosts so damn strong against Broodlords now, because a lot of people would combine Broodlords with Infestors, and Ghosts counter both. Snipe has 10 range compared to Broodlord's 9 range, and of course EMP is just amazing against Infestors. So while he only has 2 right now, you can see he's rallying more. He's got 3 now, so his army is going to be composed of Ghosts, Marines, and Tanks. Pretty deadly, however, still vulnerable to the typical Mutalisk, Baneling, Zergling. So we'll see how I respond to his Ghost play. His command center might actually go down. Oh, he's only got a handful of Marines there. I can actually take those out, but no, reinforcing with more. I'm going to end up running from that, and a lot more coming from the south. So he's really on top of things as far as preventing harassment. His 4th base is up, but still, oh my gosh, why are you expanding PsyStarcraft? So much money, only running off 4 bases. I should be expanding all over the map. Gosh, I have this bad habit of just not wanting to spread myself thin on expansions, but mutas give me the map control I need. I shouldn't have to worry about that. I'm doing a good job of holding the towers, though. I've been seeing pretty much everything that's been going on. Corruptor's rallying out here, Spinecrawler's freeing up some food, and it looks like Lamp is getting ready to make his push, but like I said, When you think about how effectively Ling Banling Muta takes out Marine Tank, adding Ghost to that doesn't do much more for him against that composition, so I should be just fine as long as I get that, well, get some Banelings. I don't have any Banelings right now. I do have the Baneling speed. I've got tons of larvae saved up, so if I do wipe his army, damn, that's a lot of Ghosts. If I do wipe his army, I should be able to rally just fine and win the game, so we'll see what happens. The food count is now 197 to 181, transferring SCVs to a 4th base. And nope, he's not moving out. He's choosing just to macro up. Here's my 5th, finally. But look at my minerals. So many minerals. I should have more bases than that. Way more bases than that. 5 Corruptors supporting my Broodlords against any kind of Vikings he might have. And now taking the tower once more. Of course, he has a sensor tower, so he's going to know exactly what I'm doing. Nice placed scan by Lamp. And here comes the slow push out from side. Now, I want you guys to look at this composition real fast. And try to think of what I'm missing here. I'm missing something, and let's check out how this battle goes. Broodlord's leading the way, not a bad idea, but so many Ghosts trying to pull back. I want my Broodlords to take advantage of their range, but so many Ghosts, so many Marines, and even despite the unsieged tanks, look how badly that went. If you guys said I was missing splash damage, you are absolutely right. I was completely missing Banelings, and I was completely missing Mutalisks. You can't have that. Did you see how clumped up he is? Look at this, look at this. Yes, he could try to EMP my Infestors, but it's really difficult to EMP every single Infestor without one of them landing Fungal Growths. And, you know, why not just get Banelings? He was completely unsieged. Why not get Banelings? Now I'm getting 26 Banelings, but it's kind of late for that. I'm having to spend all my money. 7 Infestors on the way, and every single unit just kind of rallied outside my base. Ling's getting picked off like crazy. Banelings getting picked off while they're trying to produce. And here come the Zerglings. Buddy's completely sieged up. These Ghosts are cloaked, and down go the Marines. Oh, yes! Every single Marine going down. Can I fight my way back into this game? I don't know. He's got so many cloaked Ghosts, man. If I get an Overseer, he can just snipe the hell out of them. And, man, this is not looking good. Here come the Infestors. 1 Fungal Growth going down. Another Fungal Growth. Does he have enough for EMP? No, he does not, but he is sniping my Infestors. Looks like this guy actually has enough for EMP. Am I going to be able to come back in this game? He's got Medivacs and Ghosts. That's an unusual combination. You don't see it a whole lot, but it looks to be pretty effective in Banelings rolling into their death, Infestors waddling something into their death. And here comes a nuke at my 4th base, and finally, hatch, hatch, hatch. But where were those earlier? Is this nuke going to land? No, it is. Wait, no, no, it is. That doesn't make sense. It does, but my Ghosts are able to move out of the way. Unfortunately, Ghosts can 1-shot, 2-shot my drones. So looks like he's just gonna kill them all anyway. It does have 11 kills already, 12 kills, 13 kills. And here comes some Zerglings. No cloak revealing though, and it looks like still, these Ghosts just wander around. These are so good, man. 12 kills, 9 kills, 9 kills, 10 kills, 7 kills. Ghosts are amazing, man. If you're a Terran and you're not getting Ghosts late game against Zerg, you are smoking something crazy. 4 more Broodlords on the way. Of course, Ghosts will deal with those just fine. They don't have much energy for snipe, but in comes some more. 16 Ghosts. What do you do against this? What the hell? I guess you just get a lot of units. You would just need Baneling, Zergling Mutas to deal with these Ghosts. You can't get any large units like Broodlords or Ultras. They'll just snipe the hell out of them. And I guess one of the main responses to this is not letting them get that many. He did have 4 bases by the end of the game. But that was GG. And if you noticed his follow-up attack when he was sieging up against these spines after he killed my entire army right here. That attack as he was pushing up the ramp, I had Zergling, Baneling, and that's all I needed. I destroyed everything that he had remaining with Zergling Baneling. Just imagine if I had Banelings at this battle down here. That was the big flaw of this game, just not having the right composition for his composition, when I could have easily just selected a bunch of links and held the E key to make some Banelings. And also not expanding. These bases were way overdue. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned a little bit about the TVZ. So I ended up reading his harass very well. Only produced a couple of units to defend against it. Stopped his first attack pretty well. I think I used a little too many units. And then just didn't macro up hard enough. I made enough drones. I just needed to make more bases. But enough talking by me. As always, fried chicken, bitch. Fried chicken.